And hello, everyone. We welcome you to Columbus Grove. It is the 2025 Tracy Brown Columbus Grove Invitational with Miles Holliday. I'm Randy Roberts, partner. We're going to get things started here with the girls 100-meter hurdles. This is our final heat of the afternoon. We'll take a look here. Chelsea McEldowney of Anna is in lane 1. Milena Monin of Botkins in lane 2. Ryland Jones of Allen East in lane 3. Bree Clausen of Columbus Grove in lane 4. Sierra Meyer of Anna in lane 5. And Annabelle Horseman is in lane 6 of Lincoln View.
Yeah, where else would you rather be, Randy Roberts, than right here, right now? What a unbelievable event. We're going to start with one of the best in the state, Ryland Jones, who has been working her way back from injury. We'll see how she's going to do. Has the best time coming in at 15.42. Bree Clausen, second best at 16.01.
Looks like they are trying to get everything set here. So while we have a minute, we can tell you that the running events got started with the 4x8 relays. Lincoln View wins the girls 4x8 with a time of 10:08.4. The Brooklyn Burn, Kiera Breesy, Kendall Hoffman, and Braylon Moody winning that one. Meanwhile, the boys 4x8 won by Botkins with a time of 8:25.79, as it looks like we are set here for our girls 100-meter hurdles.
Yeah, working their way back into the blocks.
Everyone at the line, and we are underway.
Wow, look at Ryland Jones. What a start by her. As she is going to stumble there, though. Looks like she might have pulled something. That's going to open up the door for Clausen.
So it looks like Bree Clausen of Columbus Grove is going to end up winning our 100-meter hurdles. But like Miles said, the big news here is what appears to be an apparent injury to Ryland Jones, who had big plans for competition this spring.
Yeah, she hurt her ankle. You see the kinesio tape on that left ankle. She hurt her ankle at the All-Star game in basketball a couple weeks back and been working her way back to it. Unfortunately, this is going to stymie what was going to be an unbelievable effort by her. She was way out in front.
So you see the coaches looking at her. So again, want to congratulate Bree Clausen of Columbus Grove. Wins our girls 100 hurdles here. So while we have a minute, we want to tell you that the 2025 Tracy Brown Columbus Grove Invitational is brought to you by Carey Insurance in Grover Hill, proudly investing in our youth programs and our communities. We're also brought to you by Charles River in Spencerville, proud to support area athletes and students. Visit charlesriver.com for more information. So let's take a break here. We'll have the boys 110 hurdles when we return here on WOSN. And we move over down to the boys 110-meter hurdles. Our event here, we will see Trenton Heacock of Arlington in lane 1, Noah Peters of Lincoln View in lane 2, Garrett Tretman of Ottoville in lane 3, Cody Rieger of Lincoln View in lane 4, Leighton Blankmeyer of Columbus Grove in lane 5, and Carter Frater of Macomb will be in lane 6.
Yeah, Randy, the best time is authored by Tretman in lane 3 at a 15.13, and then Ricker in lane 4 with a 15.37. Two seniors looking to duel this one out and to kind of rehash what took place in the girls' 110-meter hurdle. Ryland Jones was able to walk off after getting some attention, so hopefully that's going to be some good news for Allen East.
Do you have the official time as well? So Bree Clausen, as we said, the winner there of that girls 100 hurdle with a time of 16:37. So our boys look like they are getting into the blocks, getting ready to go. Our track invitational today is brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Devils, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. Gun sounds, we are underway now with our boys 110.
Now watch Trentman just come over top those hurdles, so efficient.
Nice lead in lane 3. Garrett Trentman of Ottoville, and it looks like he is going to win our boys 110 hurdles.
And Noah Peters got off to a great start, but it was Trentman and how efficient he is getting over top of those hurdles. He gets the win.
So Garrett Trentman of Ottoville wins our boys 110 hurdles. All right, Miles, time now for the two fastest events of the afternoon. It's going to be the girls and boys 100-meter dashes. Girls will go up first. Take a look at our lineup this afternoon. Casey Leica Macomb will be in lane 1. Jordan Smith of Ada in lane 2. Allison Thompson of Columbus Grove in lane 3. Marissa Bonham of Riverdale in lane 4. Brooke Metzler of Anna in lane 5. And Rose Baxter of Ada, the freshman, will be in lane 6.
Yeah, it's everybody's favorite run, right? Because in race this, what do? We raced each other, right? And in fact, I'm challenging you, Randy Roberts, after this, you and I, one-on-one in the 100. What do you think?
Well, good thing I wasn't able to get a cheeseburger before this. So
Your best time in this is Allison Thompson in lane 3 from Columbus Grove, the junior with a 12.96. Bonham from Riverdale, the sophomore in lane 4 at a 13.05. Those are your two best in this heat.
Yeah, lots of really close times. This should be one of the more exciting. Again, it'll be the fastest event of the afternoon. As we hear the gun, we are underway, and this is close.
Wow, this is going to be one of those photo finishes at the end. Really close indeed.
Good finish in the girls 100. By the way, the boys 110 hurdles. We did mention Garrett Trentman of Ottoville, your winner. Got the official time there of 15.86 for him. So we'll see how this girls race plays out. And this one is going to be close. They are still looking at the computer to Miles's right.
Yeah, I think Alan East, I think he said Riverdale? Riverdale's the winner. That's going to be Marissa Bonham that barely gets it over top of Thompson. Thompson had a little bit of a slow start, but was able to catch back up. But it's going to be Bonham that wins that one.
So that is the girls 100. We'll now turn our attention to the boys 100. Turn our attention to the boys 100 now. Dustin Vasco of Anna. Be a double dip of Anna and Aaron Chappie of the Rockets. They make up lanes 1 and 2. Trayvon Baxter of Columbus Grove be in lane 3. Noah Lockie of Riverdale in lane 4. Logan Jolliffe of Ada in lane 5. And Jackson Friesner of Allen East will be in lane 6.
Yeah, Trevin Baxter, a young man that we've seen run really fast with the football in his hands. He has the best time in lane 3 with 11.51. Randy, this is going to be really competitive. Lockie and Jolliffe both at 11.57. And then Shappy from Anna real close also with 11.59.
So we got some field events coming in as well. We'll give you those at the conclusion here. This boys 100s. It looks like they're ready, and actually it looks like Shappy of Anna.
Yeah, lane 2 is empty.
Yeah, lane 2 sits empty. But there is some very fast seed times here.
A great start by Baxter.
Good start.
So did Jolliffe.
Yeah,
Jolliffe got a great start, and he's going to jump all over that.
It's a great finish. See, all of them nose their way to the finish line. As Miles is going to take a look at the replay monitor.
Yeah, it looks like Jolliffe was able to nose out Baxter to get that win.
So it looks like Logan Jolliffe of Ada is going to take that. So while we have a minute here, the boys' shot put finals are complete. Colton Pleeman of Botkins is going to be our shot put winner, the 2025 Tracy Brown Invitational with a throw of 50 feet 9 inches, just edging out Elijah Gibbs of Macomb with a 58.5. So Colton Pleeman by half an inch is the boys' shot put champion.
That's all you need.
That's right. Of course, the girls 100s, we mentioned Marissa Bonham takes that one with a time of 13:14. So 100s are now complete. So looks like our 4x2 relays will be up next here as we continue right after this on WOSN. All right, we go to relays now. First up will be the girls 4x2. We have Lincoln View in lane 1. Riverdale will be in lane 2. Columbus Grove in lane 3. Anna in lane 4. Macomb will be in lane 5. And Botkins will be in lane 6.
Columbus Grove in lane 3 has the best time of a 1:47.50. They'll be challenged by Anna in lane 4. The 1:49.59 might come down to who picked the best anchor in this one.
And tonight's meet is brought to you by Carey Insurance in Grover Hill, proudly investing in our youth programs and our communities. And you can also stream the WOSN channel anytime, anywhere for only $8 a month. Download from Roku or Apple TV or sign up at app.wosn.tv. And also, don't forget to join Danny Holbrook, Nate Garlock, and our own Miles Holidays. They talk all about sports all around Ohio. It's the Three Wise Men. New episodes every Tuesday night at 6 p.m.
Yeah, the response that we had off the King of the Court and Queen of the Court tournament that we had, fantastic responses on it.
So it looks like we are getting set, so don't mind the one dumb guy for butchering the Three Wise Men promo.
Who was that? No, I thought you did fine. I thought it was great. But you do have to lead it off with Miles Holiday, Nate Garlock.
It's not the way it's printed here.
Danny,
not the way it's printed on here.
One Cam Danny.
Set.
Gun sounds. We are underway with a girls 4x200 relay.
That's Allison Thompson carrying it for Columbus Grove, off to a good start. We'll be coming up on the first exchange. Always want to keep an eye on who gets the baton first, a true indicator here.
See that handoff now being made.
Yeah, Anna and Columbus Grove neck and neck on that exchange. Columbus Grove, that is Aubrey Schrader carrying it, and for Anna, Victoria Heitkamp.
Still fairly close here as we get near our next exchange zone. A good close there for Aubrey Schrader's, giving Columbus Grove a bit of a lead as they head now to the third leg.
Yeah, Schrader and Akmoudi for Columbus Grove, near flawless exchange. You see Akmoudi out in front. Ava Reed from Anna trying to catch up.
Botkins got off to that good start. See, they've slid back into the field.
Well, running in that far lane is so difficult.
Now one final exchange for all the teams. And it looks like this is going to be a good finish here.
A really efficient exchanges for Columbus Grove is going to allow them to get the win on this one. And they're going to get it running away from Anna. Impressive stuff here for Columbus Grove.
So the Bulldogs are going to claim the girls' 4x2 relay with a good finish there. We'll get the official times in just a couple of minutes. Miles got some more field events coming in here. So Shea Watkins of Arcadia, the freshman, ends up winning the discus with a throw of 115.8, just edging out Jana Metz of Botkins. Finishes second with a throw of 115 feet even. And, of course, the boys 100, again, won by Logan Joliffe. Looking for that final time. How about 11.49? So our track invitational tonight is also presented by Charles River in Spencerville. Proud to support area athletes and students. Visit charlesriver.com for more information. And we will turn our attention now to the boys 4x2. Well, Miles, time now for the boys 4x2, and some good eyes going over our notes here. There is a meet record in some serious jeopardy here. So Ada will be in lane 1, Arlington in lane 2, Anna in lane 3, and we'll let Miles explain that in a minute. Riverdale in lane 4, Botkins in lane 5, Columbus Grove in lane 6.
Yeah, lanes 3 and 4 with the best two times. Anna with a 131.66. Riverdale 135.67. You brought up the record that might be in jeopardy. It's because the foursome from Anna, they hold that record last year, set it at 132.77. They are in danger of destroying that one here today. They are clearly the favorite in this one. Now, remember, Shappy did not run earlier today. It'll be interesting to see if he runs in this one.
So see what they can do. So same foursome, maybe slightly different order, but same four from a year ago.
It might be the reason why Shappy didn't run earlier. Want to get ready for this one. It is a little bit of a cool day. Wind is starting to pick up.
Giving the ready command here in the press box.
Set.
And we are underway.
It's so important on that turn that you get off to a real good start. Don't lose the race early. And we're coming up on that first exchange. Who's going to get the baton first here?
This team to watch is Anna in the green and white in lane 3.
I believe it was Columbus Grove in lane 6 that had the first handoff. That was Trevin Baxter that got them off to a great start. Eversalt carrying it now for Columbus Grove. They do have a longer distance, though, on the next exchange.
It's Grove early on, followed, it looks like, by Botkins and Allen East as we are now making the next handoff about halfway through this boys 4x200 relay.
Yeah, keep an eye, though, on Anna. They are picking up some serious distance right now. Riverdale doing a good job as well. Columbus Grove still holding to the lead.
And neck right now for second. And we'll see what happens here.
Well, if you're going to hand it off to someone, hand it off to Trenton Barraza. Good guy to hand it off to for Columbus Grove. Anna closing quickly. Can Barraza hold him off?
Yeah, this is going to be another close finish, and here comes
Riverdale out of nowhere.
Yeah. Trying to make sure I had the right school there. A lot of teams in blue and white, and this one is going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, Noah Lockey. How about the anchor for him? Absolutely turned it on when he had to.
So looking at the computerized scoring here, this one is going to be Miles is shaking his head in an affirmative.
Yeah, it looks like Riverdale, then Anna, then Columbus Grove. 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3 was about as tight as you get.
So that's how it goes for the boys 4x2. We'll take a timeout. And it looks like, I believe, the girls 1600 will be run next. Before we get to that, more field events coming in. Sierra Meyer of Anna takes the high jump, going 5 feet. So Anna so far, the early team leader in the girls. So more of the field events. So again, 1600 meter runs will be next year, and we'll take a break on WOSN. Radiant Miles back with you here at the Tracy Brown Columbus Grove Invitational. Now the girls 1600 coming up. It looks like our Heat 2 participants got their final instructions from the official. We'll hear the gun. Miles, what are we looking for in this one?
Yeah, your top times, Brinley Moody from Lincoln View, the junior, with a 5.35, and then Allison Woodruff from Riverdale, the senior, with a 5.31.32. So important, Randy, on this first lap that you don't get yourself blocked out. Always fun, too, to see who's going to set the tempo on this race.
I think you might have missed Andrea Fowl.
Yeah, Andrea Fowl, also a 5.2526. You're better with numbers than I am, evidently.
So, big group pack here as we start our girls 1600.
And you see Fowl out in front. She is setting the tempo. You can't win the race on the first lap, but you sure can lose it.
That's right? So everyone's staying within a striking distance. We'll let them complete the first lap, and we'll have a few more event finals coming in here. Also have a new meet record that was set in a previous race.
I believe that's Allison Woodruff, actually, that's leading it. Foul hanging out in third place.
Some more events coming in here. So in our girls 4x2 relay, the Columbus Grove time of 1:46.32 actually set a new meet record. Record was 1:47.30, set by Shawnee back in 2009. In the pole vault, Lauren Achmoody clears 10.6 to claim the pole vault title. Sierra Meyer won the high jump in 5 feet. And also, the boys 4x2 ended up being won by Riverdale, as Miles said, 134-23.
And Fowles now made her move, and she's in second place. Top 3 times were Moody, Fowl, and Woodruff, and those are your top 3 leaders. All of them have a shot to win this.
Oh, Miles' battle shaping up at the front here. The final lap now begins in a girls' 1,600-meter run.
Andrea Fowl just made her move, was kind of drafting on lap number 3, just took the lead. Randy, I liked it because she got it right before the curve, and it makes it very difficult. If you're going to kind of retake the lead again, you got to go on the outside on that curve. A tough thing to do. She has definitely left her enough energy for this last lap.
Yeah, the top 3 have broken away from the rest of the field. About half a lap to go as we wrap up our girls' 1,600.
And Moody looks like she's going to try and make another attempt to regain the lead. But Fowl felt her challenging and extends it back out.
So we'll see the final push coming in our girls' 1,600.
Well, no doubt about it, the top 3 runners in this are going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Who's going to get it?
So it looks like Fowl is going to end up getting the win.
Wow, where she found enough energy to kick it in at the last second, I'll never know. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Allison Fowl gets it done.
So Fowl, the winner of our girls' 1,600. The boys' 1,600 up next. Before we get to that, we want to congratulate Carter Frater, the sophomore from Macomb, was the long jump winner, going 19.975. So edging out Trent Heacock of Arlington by 2.5 inches to win the boys' long jump.
What do you think about this idea, Randy? You know, Lee's is a presenting sponsor to a lot of events. Mm-hmm. Maybe instead of the long jump landing in sand, how about this, some Lee's gravy? What do you think?
I'm for that.
That'd be kind of fun. So I might enter that event.
Miles mentioned it. This track invitational today is presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Davis, and St. Mary's. I know Miles didn't do that on purpose. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken. We're famous for catering, too.
All right, let's take a look at some of the best times in this, Randy. Colton Evans, the sophomore from Riverdale, 4.36.70. Looks to be challenged by Creston Tao, senior from Lincoln View, a 4.45.00. Also with a 4.45.00, Josh Evans from Lincoln View. And then Carson Brown from Botkins with a 4.41.45. This looks like it's going to be a real competitive race.
This looks like the boys got their final instructions now. They tow up to the start line, and we are underway.
A good battle right away. You want to get inside and establish your positioning. If you get locked out, especially on the turn, you're going to spend some early energy that you don't want to waste.
A good, solid group here as we make our way through the first set of turns. So trying just to get a handle on who is where early on in this one.
Yeah, Botkins hanging out in second and fourth place. That is Carson Brown and Lucas Arnold.
Guys, trying to complete this opening lap here, see if we can get maybe a better view on where everyone sits.
Always amazing the amount of energy in the first lap. I took a look at his watch to figure some things out. Maybe he's got a big date earlier or later. Got to make sure I run this one fast and make sure on time.
So first lap of the boys 1,600 complete. Now we'll see him begin to fan out, and we'll see how this plays out here. One lap left to go in our boys 1,600 miles. We now see a lot more single file running here as this group has fanned out a little bit.
Yeah, one big leader and then a pack that's going to battle for a second, third, and fourth place. Who's got enough energy left after 4 tough laps? Randy, this is a day that started out really nice, about 64 degrees, but is definitely gotten chilly, and the wind has picked up. So running, especially on that back straightaway, right into the wind, difficult indeed.
Yeah, trying to pick up the names on the jerseys. We believe that is Colton Evans of Riverdale out in front, correct? Is
Yeah,
that what we
Colton
agreed
Evans,
on?
who we believed as the young man that is leading this. The runner for Botkins, we believe, is Arnold. Hanging out in second
That would be
for most of
Carson
the race.
Brown.
Oh, Brown, yep. All right.
And the one young man that we've really been impressed with is from Columbus Grove. It's like Aiden Voigt here trying to get up, maybe take second. Looks like he's going to end up third.
A great run by him, though. He started out way behind last 2 laps, really saved his energy and was able to get in third place.
So we believe that is Colton Evans of Riverdale that's going to end up claiming the 1600. We'll get the final full results just a moment here. We do want to congratulate Marissa Bonham of Riverdale. She claimed the long jump championship on the girls' side, going 17.5 1/4 inches. So about halfway through the girls' team events now, Columbus Grove has 69 team points, which is 12 better than second place Anna. And with that, we will step aside. We'll have a timeout and go back to the relays. It'll be the girls and boys 4x1s when we return. All right, the girls 4x1 relay up next here, Miles. We'll take a look at the lane assignments. Ottoville will run in lane 1. Riverdale will be in lane 2, Columbus Grove in lane 3, Anna will be in lane 4, Botkins in lane 5, and Macomb will run in lane 6.
It's Columbus Grove that is your favorite with a time of 5:2.69. Anna with the second best time of a 5:3.13. These two really look to battle up. You know, with a race that's this quick, Randy, the exchange so vital on this one.
He watched the first heat go extremely quick. We expect this one to go as well.
Columbus Grove had a great relay earlier today because of their exchange, very efficient. You know, it's one of those things you can't work it enough, especially earlier in the year.
Do you have the girls 1600?
So while they wrap up, we can tell you that was Colton Evans that did win the boys 1600 with a time of 4:38.51. Carson Brown of Botkins ended up second, 4:43.07, followed by Aiden Voigt of Columbus Grove in third.
That was a great run by AV Aiden Voigt for Columbus Grove. Came absolutely nowhere to get third place.
Looks like everyone's set.
Set.
And we are underway with a girls 4x1 relay.
Yeah, Anna off to a really good start. Now here comes Columbus Grove on the inside, absolutely flying Allison Thompson.
Good first handoff made. And we've got a side-by-side battle, at least for third. I believe that is Anna and Botkins.
Clausen with the exchange right there to Huff.
Through one more exchange zone here. There'll be one final handoff to be made.
Yeah, it looks like Columbus Grove going to get this one. Tremendous, efficient exchanges by Columbus Grove going to allow them to win this.
Yeah, good, a solid close. The Bulldogs looks like will win. The girls 4x100 meter relay will get the official time in just a couple of minutes. I do want to tell you that Andrea Fowl, Miller City, did win the girls 1600 with a time of 5.18 or 5:18.55, excuse me. Berlin Moody of Lincolnview ended up second with a 5:18.73, and Allison Woodruff of Riverdale third with a 5:20.1. So Columbus Grove still holding on to a small lead over Anna in the girls' team scores. This is the Columbus Grove girls team of Allison Thompson, Bree Clausen, Amaya Huff, and Jane Roeder end up with a time of 52.81 to claim the girls 4x1. That is a tenth of a second faster than Anna ends up with a 52.91. Now we'll turn our attention to the boys 4x1 relay. We will see Arlington in lane 1, Riverdale in lane 2, Columbus Grove will be in lane 3, Anna in lane 4, Ada in lane 5, and Macomb will run in lane 6.
Just like the ladies matchup, Columbus Grove and Anna look like they have the best times in this. Columbus Grove in lane 3 with a 4.75. Anna with a 4.5.25. Keep an eye on Ada as well with a 4.5.27. Columbus Grove, Trevin Baxter going to get things started for them.
That's going to be Baxter, Barraza, McClure, Eversole. So,
yeah, McClure, a freshman in the group of all upperclassmen.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure for that young man, right? You don't want to let the seniors and the juniors down, so you know he is a quality runner.
Is everyone getting, looks like their blocks set. Everyone getting ready.
Runners, stand over your blocks.
You and I had an opportunity to call several Columbus Grove football games in the fall, and remember the slip screen to Trevin Baxter, and boy, he would just get it in the end zone so quickly. Brody Murray, a freshman for Anna, get things started for them.
And it looks like we are underway with our boys 4x1 relay.
And watch Baxter just absolutely chew up the track right there.
Everyone looks like they have a good, successful first handoff. And we've got ourselves a pretty decent race shaping up here.
That was Barraza handing it to McClure for Columbus Grove, and McClure is chewing up some turf as well. Ada doing a good job on that 1 and 2.
And one final handoff here. And this may be the Ada Bulldogs getting a good final push.
That was Jolliffe that carried it for Ada. Ada was hanging out in that 5th lane. They come away with the win.
So it looks like Ada's going to claim the boys' 4x1 win. We'll get the official results. Girls 400 will be up next. We'll take a look at the lane assignments. Victoria Heitkamp of Anna will be in lane 1. Jade Roeder of Columbus Grove in lane 2. Marissa Bonham of Riverdale in lane 3. Kayla Erford of Miller City will be in lane 4. Ava Reed of Anna in lane 5. And Aubrey Schrader of Columbus Grove will be in lane 6.
It is the sophomore Marissa Bonham from Riverdale in lane 3 with the best time coming in at a 5.8.75. Erford in lane 4. Kayla Erford, the freshman from Miller City, with a 1:01 flat. It's going to be a fun one. If Erford gets off to a good start, she's going to have a chance to challenge Bonham. But as we've seen earlier today, Randy, Bonham, quite the runner. This is one of the most difficult races in a track meet, in my opinion.
And we want to tell you that tonight's title sponsors, Carey Insurance in Grover Hill, proudly investing in our youth programs and our communities. Looks like everyone warming up just a little bit here.
Would you be a leg kicker or a hopper as you're getting ready for this? What would you be, Randy?
That's a very good question. My 1.5 inch vertical?
Yeah, you might hurt the track, right?
That's true. It's a good, clean start for everyone.
May get a better indication right here as we hit the back straightaway.
I think she just came off that 4x1.
Which, by the way, boys 4x1 ended up, as we said, won by Ada 44.88, just edging out Columbus Grove with a 44.89.
Bonham has just been so impressive here this afternoon, and she has done a great job on this race. As you see her, she's going to win this one. The determination on her face is impressive.
And no one even around the sophomore from Riverdale. She will cross the line and pick up the win in our girls' 400-meter run.
It looks like Ava Reed from Anna, the junior, going to come in second place on that one. But Marissa Bonham, have yourself a day.
So Bonham claims the win in our girls' 400. We'll see what happens with our boys' 400. Coming up is the boys' 400. And Miles, it looks like this is going to be a race between three schools. So Landon Best, Jared Holland, and Columbus Grove will be in lanes 1 and 2. Dran Nottage, Jason Muter of Anna in lanes 3 and 4. Caleb Hickman, Brody Erickson of Ada will be in lanes 5 and 6.
Yeah, a little shake and bake action for Anna. The two best times in this by Nottage, 5.2.46, and then Muter, 5.2.90. But, you know, you might be teammates, except for when we're racing against each other. It'll be a lot of fun on this one.
The officials get everyone set. We want to tell you that this Tracy Brown Columbus Grove Invitational is presented by Charles River in Spencerville, proud to support area athletes and students. Visit charlesriver.com for more information. So I want to tell you that you can stream the WOSN channel anytime, anywhere for only $8 a month. Download from Roku or Apple TV or sign up at app.wosn.tv.
Nottage and Muter, best two times from Anna. But if you want to keep an eye on a third guy, Caleb Hickman from Ada, the junior, with a 5.3.99.
By the way, the girls' 400 won, as we said, Marissa Bonham set what we hear was a new meet record with a 58.23. I guess all we have to do is look at our sheet here that's next to us.
Now Muter off to a really good start. Watch him on that start of the straightaway. Just absolutely flew out of the blocks.
So just the way the heats shook out, 2 from Columbus Grove, 2 from Anna, 2 from Ada, competing here in our boys' 400. It looks like the pair from Anna separated themselves from the rest of the field.
Yeah, great back by Nottage and Muter. 1 and 2. Keep an eye, though. Ada making some ground. Caleb Hickman.
Hickman trying to get to the end. It looks like he might break up that 1-2 finish for the Rockets, but a good run as Dran Nottage of Anna is going to win her boys 400.
You are on. It's your time to shine.
And with that, we'll let the hurdle crew do their things. The 300 hurdles will be up next. We'll take a break here on WOSN. All right, time once again for the hurdles. The girls' 300 hurdles up now. We will see Lauren Halker of Columbus Grove in lane 1. Annabelle Horseman of Lincoln View will be in lane 2. Rylan Jones of Allen East is scheduled for lane 3. Again, had a injury earlier. See if she competes in this, Miles.
Yeah, I don't see her hanging out in lane 3, so I think it's going to open the doorway to Bree Clausen.
So Bree Clausen, Columbus Grove will be in lane 4. Chelsea McEldowney of Anna in lane 5. And Melena Monin of Botkins will be in lane 6.
Yeah, Rylan Jones did have the best time of 4.70, one of the best in the state. But if she doesn't race, it's going to be Bree Clausen for Columbus Grove, the sophomore, with a 4.990.
So underway. Yep, do see just 5 on the track. So safe to say that Rylan Jones is scratched. Again, looks like an ankle injury early on today might put a premature end to her festivities.
A nice job by Horseman, though, hanging out right there. You see Bree Clausen now starting to make her move. This is going to be anyone's race coming down this straightaway.
So we'll have to work through the hurdle on the corner, and now
And McDowney leading this one.
set for that final 100.
Yeah, watch Clausen starting to pick up some speed. McEldowney might be able to hold her off.
This one is going to get close down to the end. One more hurdle, and it looks like Chelsea McEldowney of Anna, the senior, is going to claim the win in our girls 300
And
hurdles.
Clausen did everything she could at the end to close it, but Chelsea McEldowney, great run by her.
Do want to tell you that in the boys high jump, Calvin Willow of Arlington goes 6-6 to win that one. So the boys team standings now through 9 events. We'll see Columbus Grove out in front with 64 points. Riverdale in second with 50, followed by Botkins in 49. And the boys 400. We said Duran Nottage of Anna wins that one with a time of 52.32.
Willow, unbelievable a year ago, and it looks like he's picked up where he left off. And had a great basketball season also for Arlington, one of those players in the state that you just kind of look at and go, wow, that guy is unbelievable. So he's had himself a great winter and picking it up in the spring as well.
So we'll now turn things over to the boys 300 hurdles. That will be next. Time now for the boys 300 hurdles here, Miles. We'll take a look at the lane assignments. Noah Peters of Lincoln View will be in lane 1. Carson Eucler of Botkins in lane 2. Cody Reeker of Lincoln View in lane 3. Leighton Blankmeyer of Columbus Grove in lane 4. Garrett Trentman of Ottoville in lane 5. Josiah Richards of Anna will be in lane 6.
It's Cody Rickard, the senior from Lincoln View, with the best time coming in at 3:9.65. Blankenmeyer, Leighton from Columbus Grove, the senior, in lane 4, second best time of 4:0.19. But don't forget, we've seen Garrett Trentman run effectively earlier in the day. He is a senior from Ottoville in lane 5, 4:0.84. He might be your dark horse.
A good race shaping up at the team scores on the girls' side. So the 300 hurdles, again, won by Chelsea McEldowney of Anna with a time of 49.43. So you hear the gun to start our boys 300. First set of hurdles cleared by everyone.
A little bit of a misstep on the outside. Trail leg making it over top of the hurdle. Sometimes you don't get it over top and it makes contact. That'll really slow up your stride.
Good run here.
That is Garrett Trentman, who is out in front.
Big O, hard to miss for Ottoville. And it looks like he has just one set of hurdles to clear, and he is going to claim the win of the boys 300.
They came in with the third best time, but he had a great run earlier today. Thought he'd pick up where he left off, and he sure did. Great afternoon here so far for Garrett Trentman.
So again, we mentioned that the girls' team standings shaping up to be a pretty good race. Columbus Grove right now just a 3-point lead over Anna in the team standings, 103 to 100 through 13 events. Riverdale sits in third with 78. Lincoln View in fourth with 70. More field events wrapping up as well, as we see that Beth Hughes of Lincoln View is going to be the winner in the shot put with a throw of 34 feet 11 inches. Girls 800 will be our next event before we get to that, Miles. Again, Garrett Trentman of Ottoville, the winner of our boys 300 hurdles, ends up with a time of 39.69. So, as we said, girls 800 now. What are we looking for here?
Well, we have 3 young ladies that are under a 2.30, and that is Brooklyn Byrne from Lincoln View, the sophomore, at a 2.29.79. Brinlyn Moody from Lincoln View, the junior, with the best time coming in at a 2.21.83. And Allison Woodruff from Riverdale, the senior, with a 2.28.27. Now, Randy, the meet record is a 2.24 in 2008 by Molly Mag. That is in danger if Brinley Moody runs a great race.
So heard the gun go off, underway now with our girls 800.
Results of the boys 300-meter hurdles.
So let's see what kind of pace is set early on. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a quick one.
Sixth, Noah Peters, Lincoln View. Fifth, Trenton Haycock, Arlington.
You talk to a lot of runners in this race, and they will tell you sometimes they want to get out early and leave no doubt about it to those racers behind them that have a little bit of self-doubt. The mental toughness aspect of this race is always underestimated.
So race right now breaking up into a couple of groups. So it looks like we've got a front three leading the way so far as they complete the first lap.
Yeah, I believe that is Moody that is out in front. And then Allison Woodruff in second place, I believe.
So halfway through this 800 for the girls' side. I believe that is that Devaney Pingle of Columbus Grove in third.
Is indeed. Pingle came in with a 2:35.98. Hanging out in the third spot. Going to have to make a move, though.
It's trying to stay within striking distance of our leaders. Good race behind her for fourth and fifth.
Two-lady race as they hit the curve. Two runners have a chance to win this one, Moody and Woodruff.
So we'll see how this shapes up for the final 100 meters here. They're going to kick it into high gear.
Yeah, not sure there's enough left in the tank to close that.
Now Woodruff trying to make a push, makes one late, and that got close at the line.
You wonder if she believed that it was just over and there was no one around her. We'll take a look here and see if we can pick it up. The officials are all talking to the runners.
Third call. Girls and boys.
Now it looks like everyone came across the line here.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, it looks like Woodruff was able to come out of nowhere in the last part of the race, just barely get it over top of Moody. Boy, that is about as close as you can get as you watch the replay.
Yeah, we get the pleasure of seeing the scoring computer up here. And they paused it right as they crossed the line, and that is close.
Reminiscent of Hulk Hogan and Paul Orndorff hitting the floor at the same time out of the steel cage. That's how close it was.
I was going to go Luger Bret Hart.
Yeah, very similar as well. Nice call on you. That's why you're the best play-by-play guy in the business.
The boys' discus is now complete as well. Jackson Whirling of Allen East wins that one with a throw of 154.3, outdistancing Colton Plyman of Botkins, who ended up second with 139.4. So very entertaining way to end the girls' 800. We'll see what the boys can do right after this. Time now for the boys' 800 run. Before we get to that, we want to tell you that tonight's Track Invitational is presented by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Devis, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering, too. So we said the boys' 800 here. Miles, what are we looking for? Who's some of the favorites?
Yeah, I take a look at some of the best times, Randy. Blake Bixler from Anna, the junior, with a 2:04. Creston Toe, the senior from Lincoln View, at 2:04 also. Some other numbers that look like you could compete as well. Bryce Boniface from Columbus Grove, the senior, with a 2:06.23. And Lucas Arnold from Botkins, the sophomore, with a 2:06.10. This is going to be a crowded field, so important that you get off to a great start. Don't get yourself blocked out.
Hey, if you like that voice you just heard, join Miles along with Nate Garlock, Danny Holbrook for the Three Wise Men as they talk sports all around Ohio. New episodes Tuesdays at 6 p.m.
Yeah, you did it right with the read that time. My name first, Danny Holbrook's last, and Nate Garlock in the second spot. Now, you want to make sure you tune into the next episode because Nate is promising to sport a new hairstyle, and we're all excited about that.
Wait a minute.
I know, there's a joke there.
Hang
I know,
on.
there's a joke.
Wait a minute.
There's a joke there.
Okay. Well, by the way, replays of the Three Wise Men also available on the WOSN YouTube.
You can find it absolutely anywhere. It is the hottest show
right up there with Saturdays between 9 and noon.
Absolutely.
Boys 800 now officially underway. So Allison Woodruff wins that girls 800 with a time of 2:24:39.
Blake Bixler leading it. You see him on the outside. Important for him to get through the cones first, get to the inside spot. You'll see the guys, as soon as they come through the cones here, try to converge onto the inside first lane.
So everyone will have to stay in their lane, as Miles said, till they get to the cones, and they can drop down to the bottom. Right now, they're 3-4 deep, looking for that top spot.
Yeah, Bixler a little bit walled off out there. If you're walled off and you're going into the curve, man, you're going to spend extra energy trying to get back to the inside.
First lap complete. They now go 2 by 2. Miles, you mentioned it when we started the girls 800 that the meet record in jeopardy, 2:24 flat. Well, like Allison Woodruff again, missing out on the meet record, 39 hundredths of a second.
Ooh, so close. Boy, this one is going to be a fantastic finish like the ladies, Randy. And that is Creston Toe, who is leading it. But you know Bixler is going to make his move.
Yeah, he can throw over a blanket on that top group. Now they're going to fan out a little bit. Someone might have run out of gas just a little short.
That's a two-man race, it appears. Arnold looks like he's going to hang out in third, but Bixler takes the lead as they come down to the stretch.
Now everyone trying to get one final push, and it does appear as if Blake Bixler of Anna, the junior, is going to claim the win in the boys' 800 run. Some good close race there. We will take a timeout, and we'll turn our attention now to the girls' 200 when we return. Time now for the girls 200. We'll take a look at the lane assignments for this one. Rose Baxter of Ada will be in lane 1. Ava Reed of Anna in lane 2. Marissa Bonham has had a pretty productive day. From Riverdale will be in lane 3. Allison Thompson, Columbus Grove in lane 4. Lauren Ockmoody of Columbus Grove in lane 5. And Brooke Metzler of Anna will be in lane 6.
You said that right, partner. Marissa Bonham has been absolutely fantastic. The sophomore from Riverdale, best time 2:06.35. Allison Thompson from Columbus Grove, 2:06.85 in lane 4, second best time. But never count out Lauren Ockmoody from Columbus Grove, the senior, a 2:07.05. It'll be interesting. They're going to be running out of the darkness of that far corner, Randy, as the lights are on here. And this is going to be a lot of fun coming down that straightaway. It's going to be a great race.
Just underway now with our girls 200.
Yeah, watch Bonham when she comes out of this turn, hits the straightaway. Just absolutely tremendous finish.
A little closer competition this time
Yeah,
from both
Moody
Thompson
trying
and
to close.
Moody. Yeah. Looks like Bonham is going to claim another win here at the 2025 Columbus Grove Invitational.
And one thing that stands out is that she just runs so confidently. She has that look of determination. She's going to be a fun one to watch moving forward. Just a sophomore.
So Bonham claims another individual championship here in the girls 200. We'll see what happens. Time now for the boys 200 miles. Take a look at some of the lane assignments. Alex Lees of Ottaville will be in lane 1. Hayden Ebright of Macomb in lane 2. Logan Jolliffe of Ada in lane 3. Dustin Vasco of Anna in lane 4. Grant Eversole of Columbus Grove will be in lane 5. And Gavin Oldfield of Ada will be in lane 6.
Folks, this might be the most competitive race of the whole meet. You take a look at the times. They are so tight. Logan Jolliffe from Ada, though, the senior, with the best at 2:3.21. Dustin Vasco from Anna, the sophomore, 2:3.25. Those are your top. But, again, anybody in this heat has a chance to win this.
And again, Marissa Bonham of Riverdale won the girls 200 with a time of 26.73. And we are now underway with our boys 200.
6 were supposed to run. It looks as if we had one drop out. But it is Dustin Vasco from Anna working one-on-one against Jolliffe
Yeah, it looks
from
like
Ada.
Ebright of Macomb. And this one, close one. It looks like Dustin Vasco of Anna is able to get the win.
Yeah, great finish by him. It was neck and neck with Jolliffe, but he owned the last part of this race, and Dustin Vasco gets the win.
Closing out on the final two events of the evening. It'll be the 3,200 run. Hey, Randy Miles back with you here at the Tracy Brown Columbus Grove Invitational. Girls 3,200 now just underway. Miles, what are some things, some of the people we should keep an eye out for this
Well,
one?
you remember Andrea Fowl from Miller City. She was fantastic earlier today. Has the best time coming in here at 11.36.63. Sarah Camphouse from Columbus Grove, 12.30. The junior looks to be one to contend here, and so is Allison Woodruff from Riverdale, the senior, with a 12.27.299. 15 ladies are scheduled to run in this.
At 2,799 is important, right? It's 2,799,
That's
not
right.
28.
Yeah. Don't want to round that up.
See this opening lap here, everyone setting the pace early on. A long way to go here. The 3,200, or what Miles probably remembers in his track days,
2
is
mile.
the 2 mile.
Yeah, anytime in gym class you saw 2 mile on the board, you tried to get sick. I can't dress today, Coach. But these ladies, they are tough. Randy, I'm always marveled by the fact that they start the season in just frigid conditions, and then if they're fortunate enough to make it down to Columbus, it's going to be 85 degrees.
Right.
It is so tough to run this race throughout the whole season.
So 3,200 underway. I believe that is Andrea Fowl of Miller City out in front early on here. She's got the lead. Randy and Miles back with you here as the boys 3,200 set to go. So Andrea Fowl put on an absolute clinic, Miles. Thought that we were looking at the officials, and we saw the 2 to go, but that was for the rest of the field. She absolutely lapped the field. She came in with a seed time nearly a minute faster and really showed that in winning the 3,200.
Yeah, she was impressive. Won it running away from the rest of the field. And if we have another performance like that one in the boys, we're going to be really privy to an excellent race.
So you got some corrected numbers for the boys, 800. So Blake Bixler of Anna was the winner. Ended up with a time of 2:01.60. So that wraps up the boys 800. They got a little bit further to go now, 3,200 miles. What are you looking forward to in this one?
17 guys are scheduled to run. 7 are under 10 minutes and 40 seconds. 2 best times in this. Colton Evans, the sophomore from Riverdale, 10:02.94. Levi Bryan from Columbus Grove, the senior, at a 10:04. Those are your 2 best times. But this looks like if you have enough energy left in this one and you are close, you got a chance to win this one.
So it looks like everyone getting their instructions. Now they're ready to line up.
What's that? Yeah. I don't think they're done with the 200 unless you get it.
Looks like everyone getting set here.
Hey, take a look at the track with 6 lanes and 17 bodies on it, Randy. There's going to be a lot of rubbing and racing going on early in this one.
I don't think they're going to be allowed to trade any paint.
It just might do it.
And
There might be some collisions going on early in this one inadvertently, but there's so many bodies out there.
Yeah, you're putting about 5-6 in 2 lanes here, so this is going to be close quarters to start.
Well, needless to say, getting off to a good start, really vital to this one.
So just underway now with our boys 3,200.
On the opposite side, They're going to come through the cones, and it's going to be a big race. All the bodies trying to get to the inside.
So we'll see how this fans out here to start. Now it looks like everything starting to clear out. First, say half dozen or so, setting the pace early on.
I think it's Titus Young for Anna that has the early lead. Titus came in with a 10:14:09. The sophomore off to a good start.
So you do see the green and white of Anna's Miles set out in front. He's going to be challenged now on the outside. I believe is that Levi Bryan of Columbus Grove trying to make a run.
Yeah, Levi came into the second best time and has a little bit of a lead now.
It's a close race here. They go single file behind the leader. First lap complete of the boys 3200. We'll see how this plays out when we return. Turning into a two-man race as we begin the final lap of our boys 3200. It's been a fun race to keep track of during the break miles. This is going to come down here to a really good battle all the way to the end.
Yeah, with so many bodies on the track, Randy, navigating through the guys that you're lapping is something that if you're an experienced runner, you know how to do extremely well. But you said it's a two-man race. It sure is. Colton Evans and Levi Bryan, these two are battling it out, and it looks like Levi Bryan has just taken the lead.
So here they come now, making that final push.
Senior Levi Bryan, last time running this, you know it's going to be important to him, and found that little extra oomph that he needed.
So it looks like Levi Bryan making his way, getting cheered on by some of his teammates in the infield as well. It looks like he's going to pick up the win in the 3200.
Yeah, Colton Evans will finish second, a sophomore from Riverdale. He's going to have a nice career in this race.
There's a couple other events. We got some final numbers on. Dustin Vasco of Anna ended up winning the boys 200 with a time of 23.39. And in the pole vault, Trayvon Baxter of Columbus Grove ended up with 15 feet to win the title there. So that completes the 3,200 miles. That leaves us with just one event left for the boys and girls.
And that's everybody's favorite,
that's
the
right.
4x4.
And that is our final event of the evening, and it'll be coming up next here on WOSN. Now, Miles, another record in jeopardy here as we turn to the girls 4x4. We see that the Invitational record is 4:08:40 set back in 2009 from Riverdale. We take a look at the seed times, and Ada coming in at 4:02. So they look like the team to beat here in the girls 4x4.
Yeah, and that Ada team, Randy, all underclassmen. Jordan Smith, a junior, Lincoln McDougall, a freshman, Lydia Damasio is a junior, and Rose Baxter is a freshman. So the best is yet to come out of that foursome.
Take a look at the lane assignments for this girls 4x4 relay. Lincoln View will be in lane 1. We'll see Riverdale in lane 2, Ada in lane 3. Columbus Grove will be in lane 4, Anna in lane 5, and Botkins will be in lane 6.
So Ada is the big favorite here. If there's a team that might jump up and bite them, it is Columbus Grove in lane 4 with a 4:15 flat. That is Clausen, Schrader, Roeder, and Pingle in that foursome.
Looks like everyone trying to get set here. As we close out another successful night of track here on WOSN. These are all just warm-ups for Miles until the big show the end of the year in Columbus.
If you've never been down to the Jesse O for the state championship, you have to go. The people in Dayton did a great job last year having it for that season, but there's nothing like going down to the Jesse O in Columbus and being part of the state track championships. Randy, it is second to none. The environment there, the excitement is absolutely fantastic.
TV 44 and WOSN are viewer-supported TV stations, and right now we're in our spring funding campaign. Please donate to the Spring to Life funding campaign. Our goal is $50,000 by Mother's Day. Donate at axministries.com or call 419-339-4444.
One of the best things about the 4x4 is watching the excitement of their teammates cheering them on because it is the last race of the night.
I don't know if anything will beat the excitement everyone had. They had the light show, if you've ever been here to Columbus Grove for football.
They turned it on right before this. Our friend Mike to our right, man, he was everybody's favorite dude here in Columbus Grove.
Apparently I've had access to the monitor the entire time that runs it. I wish I would have known that.
The only bad part about it is they played AC/DC along with it, but other than that, it was fine.
What else are you going to play?
It's anything other. Real important on this 4x4 that you run to the exchange and don't slow up too early. It looks like Columbus Grove in first, and Anna, and then Bodkins 1, 2, and 3.
You see the front three breaking away, but still a long way to go. First exchange now being made. So we'll see where the speed from Ada comes from.
A little bit of a slow start for the Ada team.
And now the handoff being completed here.
Perfect, thank you.
Teammates will teeter-totter back to this side, ready to cheer on their teammates.
That's exactly what is going on the infield, I should say, right in front of us. See everyone moving to our side. Here's lap 2 being completed in this 4x4 relay.
Anna making a move on the outside. That's Chelsea McEldowney. Columbus Grove still holding on onto the next exchange.
And that exchange looks like a successful one for everyone.
Randy, I'm wondering if there was a change with the foursome for Ada. And they are way far in the back now. Doesn't look like the 4 ladies that were scheduled to run for them.
We'll see what happens here as we've reached the halfway point.
And it's still Columbus Grove and Anna battling it out for the top spot. Anna Victoria Heitkamp, the senior.
A very good race forming here, as Miles said, between Columbus Grove and Anna.
And Jade Roeder trying to hold off Heitkamp.
Bodkins in a battle as well for third. One final exchange. And we begin the final 100 meters of the 4x4 relay.
That's Pingo versus Reed for Columbus Grove and Anna. Pingo doing a great job of extending those strides.
Nice work coming through.
When's Reed going to make her move?
Looks like it's going to come here out of this final corner.
It sure is. They're going to be neck and neck here in a second.
Ava Reed able to turn it on. She's able to take the lead now. Does she have enough left? She's going to slide over into that first lane, and it looks like it is going to be the Anna Rockets who claim the girls 4x4.
Yeah, great job by Reed. Once she got the lead, slowly worked herself into lane number 1 to close it out. Ava Reed, phenomenal last lap to get the win.
Anna, your girls 4x400 meter relay winners. Our final event of the night, it's the boys 4x4 relay, and it is next. The boys 4x400 relay, the final event of the night. Before we get to that, Miles, need to make a quick correction. The boys 32 was won by Columbus Grove, but it was Caden Squilante. Wins in 9:55.93 over Colton Evans. Levi Bryan ends up third.
The big important thing is Columbus Grove got the win.
That's right. So they have a current team lead over Anna, 119-87. Heading into this final event of the evening. So we'll take a look at the lane assignments for this 4x4 relay. Ada will be in lane 1. Botkins will start in lane 2. Anna in lane 3. Lincoln View in lane 4. Arlington will be in lane 5. And Columbus Grove will be in lane 6.
This promises to be a fantastic race, Randy. Anna's the best team with a 3.3812 coming in, but Lincoln View really close with a 3.3900, and then Arlington also with a 3.3920. And you know everybody's going to let it all hang out here. They're going to give their best effort because there is nothing else after this.
Final results for the girls 4x4. Anna ends up the winner there, 411.94 with Grove second, 412.33 with Lincoln View at 420.07. So closing in on our start of our final event of the night.
Runners, stand over your blocks.
Starter has everyone ready. We'll give the command here in the press box.
It's Jason Muter, the senior, leading off for Anna. Noah Peters leading off for Lincoln View. And Kyler Rausch, a freshman, leading off for Arlington. Those are your top 3 teams time-wise in this 4x4.
Yeah, a lot of really close seed time, so looking forward to what should be, as Miles said, very competitive race to close things out.
Set.
Looks like clean start, and we're underway for the 4x4 relay for the boys.
Arlington with a tremendous start on the outside. That's Columbus Grove also. Leighton Blinkenmeyer, the senior, out top, but Arlington closing fast as they make the turn.
Yeah, that is now nearly even. We might have seen a lead change here.
Remember, it is a staggered exchange. So you want to take a look at who actually gets the handoff first as an indicator of who is in first place. And it does look like it is going to be Arlington.
First handoffs being made now. Looks like everything clean and clear so far.
If you like Rausch running for Arlington, you're going to love this one because this is Hunter Rausch, the junior. Kyler handed off to Hunter. The Rausch is leading the way for Arlington and still flying.
Yeah, with Trent Heacock, who's had a pretty productive day, coming up as well as the teammates on the infield, as we saw in the girls 4x4, just going side to side. They're going to line the straightaways.
Here comes Botkins on a straightaway, making a move. Can Arlington hold them off?
Great race up front. A good job by the freshman, Wesley Gutman.
He gutted it out.
Great exchange, too, and that's going to add to the lead for Botkins.
And Colin Dosick, the senior, knew he was doing Look at that. The exchange gave them a huge lead here. Arlington, it's Trenton Heacock, the junior, trying to gain ground.
Botkins, Arlington. Top two so far. Rest of the field trying to catch up. What a great run for Botkins.
Botkins Foursome came in with a 3:42.17, surprising everybody else in this field.
It's been a good run, but you got to close it out. Comes that final exchange.
Looks like Lincoln View now hanging out in third place.
Might have been Lincoln View had a little bit of an issue on the baton exchange.
Sure did. Botkins still in the lead. Carson Hoiker, the junior, going to try and close this out. But the determination of Lucas McElroy, the junior for Arlington, doing everything he can to catch.
Botkins trying to put this race away. We'll see what happens this final 100 or so meters.
Carson Hoiker trying to close it out. Looks like he's going to.
He's got his eyes on the prize at the finish line. And it's going to be a win for Botkins and a good battle and a good finish for second.
What was that? Lincoln View was able to go ahead and steal second place with Cody Ricker finishing it off.
See the rest of the teams now coming in, but that is going to wrap up the Tracy Brown Columbus Grove Invitational. Well, partner, very successful meet here, and always fun getting to come to Columbus Grove.
Yeah, I always love coming to Columbus Grove because they take their athletics real serious. This was a really run track event at the Tracy Brown, and fantastic competition. Randy, everybody talks about getting better throughout the season. I think all these teams are going to do just that.
So that's going to wrap up everything tonight. We want to thank our fantastic crew. Went from sun out to sundown. It got looks like it got a little bit chilly out there.
It sure did. Megan Sherrick, our producer, did a great job. Didn't get us any cheeseburgers, but we still love her. And Jacob O'Neill even showed up to help out. So great job by our staff.
So great job by everyone. That's going to wrap up here at Columbus Grove. So for Miles Holiday, I'm Randy Roberts. Thanks for watching, everyone.